Hello everybody, it's Jenna and welcome to my channel. If you haven't subscribed already, please do, and if you want to. And if you like it, please like it. And but enough about me and on to Binkies. And this I thought about this because one of the babies that I had that got a new mommy had some questions and stuff, and it made me realize that there are a lot of different ideas, and everybody does everything differently. And I mean, I respect everybody's ways, and I love learning new ways. And I also know what works for me, and maybe my ways can help others as well, or other people's can help me. Either way, it doesn't matter. This community is not about who does things better. It's about learning from each other and, you know, just being respectful. So, but anyway, assuming you've watched my videos, you know I absolutely love the Binkies. And yes, pacifiers, passies, whatever you want to call them. Typically I call them Binkies, but I do refer to them sometimes as passies or pacifiers or whatever. But one of the things I wanted to bring up, because I will not keep this long, is about what I personally do with the Binkies and why I do it this way instead of some other ways some other people do it. Anyway, so what I just do is I buy, for the most part, now you can tell some of these, these are not store-bought. Some of the Binkies I have were specifically made for a doll baby. This is an example of a Binky that was made specifically for a doll baby. Typically you'll find these like probably, I don't know, made from China, or I don't know, sometimes they have these on dolls at like Walmart or something, and they're great. I think they're really adorable. I mean, look how cute that is. That's adorable. I don't use these much often though, because I personally like to get the store-bought Binkies. Let me see another example of, here's another example of a Binky specifically made for a doll. So here's another. I have a few of those, and they're fun, and they're cute and adorable. But like I said, I normally just buy them from the store, and you can get them at Rose's or Walmart or Dollar Tree, whatever. I think this one came from Rose's. But anyway, enough about where I get them. That's pretty obvious. You can probably go to Food Lion, Farm Fresh, whatever your grocery store is, and find a package of Binkies for a fairly inexpensive price. And what I typically do is I cut off the nipple and I use a magnet to seal them. And one of the things that a lot of people might not know about Binkies and Reborns is that you got a 50-50 shot of, if you make the Binky with a magnet and you haven't tested the magnet first, you got a 50-50 shot that it's going to work. So the best idea is to test it first. So before you glue your magnet on, make sure it's facing the correct direction for your baby, because there is no universal way, and it's 50-50 unless you test it first. Also, it's not even just about the direction of the magnet. Another important factor is where exactly the internal magnet in your baby is placed. And I'm going to show you an example. Okay, this is a Binky for Ava, and it's set low because her magnet internally is set low. So I adjust for that, and this is another one fairly low. Let me see one that's not. Okay, this one is for a baby whose magnet is more perfectly centered. And if it's not perfectly centered, it doesn't mean that the Reborn artist did something wrong. That's not the case at all. Like, for example, with Ava's, this is one of hers, it's because she has partially open lips, and so you can't place a magnet perfectly behind her mouth, so you have to place that magnet internally a little bit lower. So it's always a good idea to test where that magnet is going to sit before you glue it on the pacifier. Another quick thing is that I know a lot of people put, I don't have any because I don't do it, but a lot of people put felt covering over top of the magnet. I don't. First of all, it's because I feel like it's sort of a wasted step. Aesthetically, you can't tell because it's on their mouth, so who cares? If you're concerned about a choking hazard or anything of that nature, if you're giving your Reborn to a child, I have a couple things to say about that. Is one, I don't recommend Reborn babies for children. I recommend them for adults only. But if you give your baby a Binky or a Reborn and it has a magnetic pacifier, then even if you cover it with the little felt circle things, those still can be removed and still cause choking hazards. Basically, if you are including a magnetic pacifier for your baby, it doesn't matter if, putting the felt tip over it does a couple, it looks, maybe you don't see the magnet, so maybe that makes you feel better, but first of all, it sort of takes away a little bit of the connective capability, and second of all, it's just kind of pointless. Really, I feel like if you get a Reborn that has a magnet, you have to understand you can't be near people with, pacemakers. You have to be conscious of the fact that your baby has a magnet inserted in its head, and you have to be conscious of the fact that your pacifier has a magnet glued onto its surface. So just, be responsible and, be, conscious of that. And I don't really care how they look so much. I mean, that one don't look too bad. But, just pop them on there and then place them on their little heads. And then they look like they're sucking the pacifier, and that's lovely and great. Just be aware that these can become dislodged. They can come off. And if your baby's internal magnet, meaning the one, that was placed inside his head, that occasionally can become dislodged. If that becomes dislodged, what you're going to need to do is what I call surgery, and you're going to have to, obviously you're going to have to take your baby's head off, and you're going to have to replace it with a fresh new magnet from the inside and have it match one to the outside pacifier. So I don't know if that was any help to anybody or if it was just rambling, but that's what I did. So I love my passies, so here's just a quick look at some of my passies. And if you bothered to watch until the end of this video, I got a new car. I did. I want to show it to you guys, but it's so dark outside right now. So I might have to wait on that. But in case I forget, please remind me in the comments to show my new car. And bless you all so much for watching, and enjoy your rest and your day. And I love you all so very much. Thank you. There is going to possibly be a box opening from one of my baby's new mommies, and if that's the case, I will. I won't be able to link it below because I'm gonna load this video tonight, but I will be able to possibly share that next time. So, but in the meantime, just enjoy the Binkies. And darn well I cannot not show a baby, at least for a second. Let's see who we have here. Clara! This is Clara. Isn't she adorable? Alright, so say goodnight to Clara. And goodnight to you guys. Bye.